Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute gathered skirt, complete with an elastic waistband and pockets, because pockets are always nice. It's very easy, simple, quick DIY you can do yourself. For a list of materials, check the description box below, and with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do before you start is pre-wash and iron out your fabric. Doesn't have to be perfect, just get rid of all those big wrinkles. So now you want to figure out how long you want your skirt to be. Just use your tape measure, measure from where you want your skirt to lay, and figure out how long you want it to go. For me, that was going to be 31 inches because I want around my mid-calf. So for the hem of my skirt, I'm going to do a 3.5 inch hem so the skirt stops right under the lemons, and I'm adding that to the 31 inches that I wanted for the length of my skirt, which puts me at 34.5 inches. And I'm doing an inch of seam allowance, so I'm going to cut my skirt at 35.5 inches. So I'm going to make a little incision and rip my fabric. I think this only works on woven fabric, so just test it out on a scrap piece just to be sure before you cut your full skirt. Next I'm going to cut my fabric in half, so just fold it up and cut it directly down the center so you have two equal pieces. So now I'm drafting the pockets. So what I'm doing, I'm going to lay my hand down on top of the fabric, which is folded over twice, so I have 4 layers. And I'm just going to trace very generously around my hand, giving me a general pocket shape, and then cut through all 4 layers at once, so I have 4 pocket pieces. Now I'm going to do the waistband. My elastic is about 1 inch wide, so I'm going to do a 3-inch waistband, and I'm just going to rip it like I did for the skirt, and I'm going to do 2 pieces for each of the skirt halves. So now I'm going to attach the pockets to the skirt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark 4 inches down from the top and line up the very top of the pockets with that 4-inch mark and just pin them to the sides, lining them up right sides together, and then sewing the pockets on just across that one part. So now I'm just going to attach the waistband to the skirt. So as you can see, my pieces are a little bit long, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim it down to the right size after I pin it on. After you finish pinning and trimming, you just want to sew it down all the way across the top of the waistband. So the next thing I'm going to do is to put the 2 sides of the skirts back together. So I'm going to line them up right sides together, match up the waistband and the pocket pieces, and pin the whole thing down the side. So once you finish pinning, you just want to sew the 2 pieces together, down the waistband, around the pockets, and then down the rest of the skirt. Now this next part is optional. You just want to go and zigzag around the outside of your skirt, or if you have a serger you can use one of those, but this will just help stop all the fraying. So the next thing I want to do is mark out my hem. So I'm marking at 3.5 inches all the way around. Then I'm going to fold it up to the line, iron it down, fold it up one more time, pin it in place, and sew it down. Next, I'm going to just iron the waistband flat just to make sure it's not bunching up or wrinkled before I fold it down. So now I'm going to fold the waistband approximately in half. I'm just measuring out a little bit more than 1 inch, about 1 1/8 inches. And I'm folding it and ironing it down. I'm going to do that all the way around, pin it in place, and then sew it. So I'm going to sew it down from the front side on the same stitch line as before, just so these stitches don't show. And I'm also going to leave about a 2-inch gap at the end. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut my elastic. You want your elastic tight enough to where it won't slide around, but also not so tight where it's going to cut off your circulation. So once you figure out how tight you want it, just go ahead and... So the next thing you want to do is thread the elastic in through the waistband. So I'm taking a safety pin and putting it in one end of the elastic. I'm going to go in to that little opening that I left in the waistband. And I'm just going to use the safety pin to help guide the elastic all the way through the waistband. You also want to put a pin into the back end of the elastic just to make sure it doesn't also go into the waistband. And then once you get it all the way through, you just want to pull the elastic out and then go around and make sure that the elastic isn't twisted up inside the waistband. Next, you'll want to sew the two ends of the elastic together. I'm just using 2 rows of zigzag stitches. And finally, you want to seal up that little hole that you had on the waistband, and you're done. And there you have it, a nice pretty gathered skirt with a comfortable elastic waistband and super handy pockets, perfect for carrying phones or snacks or whatever you choose. If you like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you all next time.